purpose of the Financial Reporting Authority is to receive reports from financial service providers regarding suspicions in relation to money laundering, terrorist financing, and proceeds of criminal conduct. We do so by making onward disclosures to local law enforcement agencies, as well as facilitating the reciprocal exchange of information to our counterparts overseas. The background of the staff is made up of law enforcement, legal, finance, business administration, and administrative management. Together, we have well over 70 years of experience in our various disciplines.
A typical day for an analyst involves receiving and beginning analysis of any new suspicious activity reports, continuing analysis on any that we may have already received, liaising with service providers and obtaining further information, liaising with overseas financial intelligence units, local and international regulators, local or overseas law enforcement bodies, and drafting any necessary correspondence for the file.
Some examples of suspicious activity would be in the case of a bank account where an individual has an account and chooses to make deposits in smaller amounts on a frequent basis, like daily or even weekly, and he does this in order to stay below a certain threshold and not having to declare a source of funds. Other examples of suspicious activity would be where an individual wants to do a wire transfer of a certain amount of funds to another account, and rather than doing one straightforward transfer, he chooses to do 2 or 3, or in some cases even 4, creating a complex web of transfers in order to hide the basis of his transfer. Another example would be an individual who has, again, a bank account and wants to close that account. Within that account there is a large amount of funds, and rather than receiving those funds in the form of a draft or even a wire transfer, he chooses to collect those funds in cash.
Reports are filed usually by financial service providers here on the Cayman Islands and also from overseas financial reporting units. Here on the island, most of the filers are usually banks, attorneys, company service providers, and trust managers. We receive an average of about more than 200 reports every year. And every year we've seen an increase of more than 29%. For fiscal year 2008 and 2009, that number was up to 320 suspicious activity reports every year. This year, it's already up to 274.
It is perhaps safe to say that the continued vigilance of the financial service providers, which are obligated to file reports, and the receipt of numerous requests from our overseas counterparts could be attributable to those increases.
We are not an investigation unit. We do not investigate financial crime. But we hope that by making these agreements, both nationally and internationally, we help fight international crime, help fight money laundering, and help fight financial crime internationally and nationally within the Cayman Islands. Our most important partnership is probably being a member of the Egmont Group. The Egmont Group is an informal partnership of financial intelligence units throughout the world. There are about 120 of them now, and they set down guidelines and rules as to how to proceed. Obviously within the Cayman Islands we work with CIMA, the monetary authority. We work with the police as well, in that we give them information.
The Domestic Outreach Programme was designed to reach out to the money laundering reporting officers and compliance officers of financial service providers on the island. It was designed to encourage open dialogue and give them an opportunity to express some of the challenges and difficulties that they face reporting suspicious activity reports. It also provided us with the forum to explain to them exactly what we do in order to determine that there is cause to suspect suspicious activity.
For the future, we continually strive to enhance the way we conduct our analysis so as to provide meaningful information to law enforcement agencies. Whilst it would be useful for us to expand our staff in terms of the workload that we are getting, but we are also conscious of the financial constraints that the government is facing. We have vouched to make do with the numbers that we have.